Yay! Hit it downhill. Well, actually that's not a good thing because it means I have to climb that bit again. Yeah, a bit more down, then it goes seriously up from there. And it's dirt now. Let's just make the most of this. Get as much momentum as I can. Oh, concrete. That's quite new. Bank's fallen down a bit there. Landslide. Hardly, but it is. This Jeffsy doesn't like to be rushed. If it were my Santa Cruz, which I still haven't fixed yet, the tyres on it. So the latest was that my tyres were sitting in the centre trough of the rims, and I took them to a petrol station on my rims already. And that air pump at that petrol station is pretty powerful, and they still wouldn't inflate. So, trying a trick that I learned on the internet, on YouTube, a guy tied some rope around his tyre on the rim and sort of created a bit of a seal, and then he put some high flow of air into it, and it popped onto the rims. So yesterday I just went and scrounged a second-hand motorcycle inner tube, which I'm going to cut up and put half of that on, so sort of the outside half and inside half of that old inner tube on my tyre on the rims, and take it back to the petrol station to see if that works. Because that bike would climb, it climbs really well. This thing it's just heavy and doesn't like to be rushed, unless it's pointing downhill, then it comes into its own. But uphill, nah, really slow and steady. Back in my granny gear. I have to lean forward again in a minute. Pretty nice view, isn't it? Oop. Should be better still once we get to the top. Heart rate's down to 150 now. Got up to about 175, which is a bit high, really. The question of coming down again keeps popping into my mind. And coming down, I would much rather be on this Jeffsy here than on my Santa Cruz. This Jeffsy's got big burly brakes. I think they're 200mm rotors and serious stopping power, but my Santa Cruz, not so much. It's more of a sort of XC racing bike, so the brakes are focused more on lightweight. There's a viewpoint right here. A friend of mine, he came up and brewed a drip coffee up here. He's a coffee fanatic. He cycles. He doesn't go anywhere without his drip coffee kit. I mean, that's a whole backpack worth. Granny gear just seems ridiculously low, but it's not. When you're climbing up this steep hill, it's not low enough. Look at that. Ridiculously steep. I think my tyres aren't deflating. That's probably the altitude. No, actually they should be inflating rather than deflating, isn't it? Right, let's try again. There's a Buddha image up here. I've not actually been this far up here. I think, well, that time I told you when I got over 190 beats per minute, I just stopped. So I did push up a little bit further, but my heart rate wasn't going down too much, so I on that. Turned around, went back. And another time I tried before that, I think it was all dirt. And that was just ridiculous trying to get up that last part there. I mean, your back wheel just couldn't get any traction. I mean, even pushing, it was difficult for your shoes to even get traction because it was sort of, you know, sand and small stones and gravel. And yeah, I mean, it was pretty ridiculous trying to get up. I think even, you know, the sort of hardcore 4x4s would still struggle back in those days when it wasn't surfaced. We can actually still get up a bit further. The question is, do we want to? Maybe we can go down that way. Looks to be a track or trail or something. This looks like some sort of camp or something like that. Camp, oh it is, yeah, Camp Ganlao. Yeah, that certainly looks like rain over there.